Winter time here in Michigan can be brutal, but it can also be really fun. In today's video, we're gonna go over everything that you need to know about living here in Michigan during the winter time, so stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Kevin Irwin. I'm a local real estate agent here in West Michigan. If this is your very first time to my channel, I go over everything that you need to know about living and relocating here to Michigan. So make sure you smash that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you get notified every time I put a video out. You know what, I do like making these videos, but I love helping you make a move here in West Michigan or relocate here way more, so do not hesitate to reach out to me. You can call me, you can text me, you can email me, you can even send a pigeon carrier. Whatever you have to do, I have your back when it comes to making a move here in West Michigan. Okay, without further ado, Michigan winters. That's on everybody's mind that wants to move to the Michigan area, is what are the winters like. I mean, I've helped a lot of people move here, and that's always the one that's like, you know, we'll see how the winters are. We're a little nervous. We've never dealt with winter. Well, I want to let you guys in and let you guys know everything that you need to know in order to prepare and thrive here in the winter time in Michigan. All right, so let's jump straight into these. We're gonna bust through these really fast so you guys can get back to doing what you're doing. The very first one is, of course, the harsh winter weather here in Michigan. It is no secret that Michigan is in the Midwest and that Michigan can get hammered with some snow and can get very cold temperatures. So make sure that you're very well prepared for this. Make sure your vehicles are up on service. Make sure you have good tires. Make sure you got gloves, hats, you know, coats, everything like that, to make sure that you're prepared for the cold temperatures, because it can get below zero and it can get extremely cold, and you need to make sure that you're prepared for that. The next one on the list is the crazy lake effect snow here in Michigan, because we have Lake Michigan, and I'm talking on the west side. You know, you've got places like Buffalo, New York that can get unbelievably hammered with lake effect snow. I'm sure you guys have all seen the pictures and the stories in the news, but the lake effect snow really affects the lakeshore counties and a little bit inland from Lake Michigan. And this is because all of the air is rushing over the lake, picking up moisture and dumping it coming inland. So if you're over in like Detroit and Lansing, stuff like that, you're probably not going to see as much of that lake effect snow. But if you're in like Allegan County, Grand Haven, Holland area, Jenison, a lot of those areas, Traverse City, some of those areas, you can get absolutely hammered with lake effect snow. I'm talking like some of the areas will see no snow that day, and then lake effect areas could see upwards of 12 to 15 inches of snow. So when you're deciding where you're going to live, you know, let's have a conversation about that, so you know whether or not you're in one of the snow belts, so you know what to expect when it comes to how much snow you're gonna get. If you're wondering where I'm at right now, I'm downtown Rockford, and this place is lit up like crazy for Christmas. It's absolutely amazing down here. So the next one is, if you're gonna get all that snow, you're gonna get all that lake effect snow, obviously you gotta drive in it. Michigan driving can be very difficult. That's why you need to make sure that you have the proper tires on. It is highly recommended that you get snow tires here in Michigan. And I know like some of the myths are like, oh, that stuff doesn't work. It does 100% work. My wife has snow tires on her van, and it is night and day difference from not having snow tires and having all season, you know, highway tires on her van. It's not even comparable. The snow tires do so much. They're a softer compound, and they're designed for snow. So you're gonna wanna take it slow in the winter time, because people forget how to drive. I'm telling you, every single winter, people forget how to drive in the snow. They drive too fast, they slide into people. You can have backups on the highway, so just make sure you're paying attention to the traffic alerts, stuff like that for your commute in the morning, so that if there is a backup or something, or car pile up, you're gonna know about it ahead of time. And make sure you're leaving probably anywhere from a half an hour to 40 minutes early for work, depending on what kind of snow event we've had. That's really gonna help you guys out when it comes to driving here in the wintertime. This place is so cool. I love Rockford, Michigan. Okay, well, as beautiful as that is, I'm sure you guys have a hard time hearing me. with that going on. So the next one that you're going to want to pay attention to, especially when we're buying a house, is the insulation in your house. That is going to be a very big deal, because if your house is not well insulated, your heating costs are going to be through the roof, because again, Michigan has very long winters. I mean, probably about 3 months worth of winter. It usually starts, fall time is October, November. November it starts to get cold. December it's cold. January is cold. February is cold, and it's cold into March. So you've got a lot of months where you're going to be heating your house. We want to make sure that the insulation in your house is up to par. So one of the things that we're checking when we do a home inspection on whatever house you're buying is how many inches of insulation are in the attic. If it's not adequate, I highly recommend that once you get that house, we can try and negotiate it in. If it's really bad, we can try to negotiate with the sellers and get it taken care of. But when you get that house, make sure that's one of the first things that you do is go upgrade the insulation in your attic so that you're not spending a fortune on heating costs. Along with the insulation is obviously the heating system in your house. In Michigan, we have a lot of different heating systems here. You can have your forced air furnace where you're burning propane or natural gas. You can have baseboard heat where it's a boiler system down in the basement. You can have wood heat where you're with an outdoor boiler, or I've seen them with wood heat inside the house. You've also got pellet stoves. There's all kinds of options. So if you're somebody that wants to be out in the boonies and you want to be way out where you're on propane, maybe you're buying an older farmhouse or something like that, I would highly recommend looking into doing wood heat, because it's going to save you guys a lot of money when it comes to heating your house. Okay, so the next one on the list is outdoor activities. There are so many things to choose from here in Michigan when it comes to outdoor activities. You can go skiing, cross-country skiing. We have a lot of different ski hills, not as much as the mountains. Obviously, we don't have mountains here in Michigan, but we have Cabernet, Crystal Mountain. We've got Cannonsburg ski area. There's all kinds of places to go skiing and ice fishing all over the place, because remember, Michigan has 11,000 lakes. So there's plenty of stuff to do here in Michigan during the wintertime. The next one on the list is the daylight. What time is it right now? It is 5:10 in the evening, and it's already getting dark enough that I have to put a light on my GoPro in order to film these videos. Daylight time during the wintertime here in Michigan is severely lacking. Right now the days are super short. Now I believe it's December 22nd is the shortest day of the year, and that's when it starts to get longer after that. But some of the issues that can arise with this is vitamin D deficiencies. Your moods can be up and down. This is where we have long stretches of the wintertime when it's gray outside, and that causes issues with your mood. So make sure that you guys are supplementing with vitamin D during the wintertime, and get used to having it be super dark super early during the wintertime. And it is annoying, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Here in Michigan, we can get some pretty bad weather that can actually knock your power out. So this one, make sure you have an emergency preparation kit. This can include flashlights, heating blankets. Make sure that you think about the possibility of having a generator, especially if you're way out, because you do not want to be without power for too long in the wintertime, because obviously you can have stuff like pipes freezing, stuff like that. Not to mention you're going to get really cold. So just make sure that you're prepared just in case your power goes out in the wintertime, or God forbid you slide off the road and you slide into the ditch and nobody can find you, your cell phone doesn't work, stuff like that. Just make sure that you have a preparation kit in your car and in your house just for emergencies. And some of these winters can definitely get long and drawn out, so make sure that you're taking advantage of a lot of the community activities and events that are going on. Obviously downtown Rockford, there's people walking everywhere right now because they got all the lights and stuff everywhere. The streets are lined with lights right now. Obviously you can see all the lights behind me. There's plenty of activities to do during the winter time here in Michigan, so make sure you're getting out of some of the communities and checking out their local events. The next one is making sure that you're maintaining your house during the wintertime. You want to make sure you're keeping your sidewalks shoveled, your driveways shoveled, stuff like that. Make sure that you're keeping the snow off the roof if you've got a particular house that can't handle it, and just make sure that the house is up to par so that it can handle the wintertime. The next one has to do with the fact that it's already getting dark at 5 o'clock, and the cold, the long drawn out cold, can have what's called seasonal affective disorder. And this is because there's just not a lot of light, there's not a lot of daylight, it's cold, so make sure that you're getting indoors and doing activities too. If you can make it to a local gym, do light therapy, hit the sauna. I love the sauna at my gym because during the winter time, that's one of my favorite places to be because it feels nice and warm. So just make sure that you're taking care of your mental health and taking care of your body during the winter time, because once we get to spring and summer, you're gonna absolutely love this place. And trust me, if you get out and you enjoy winter here in Michigan, you're gonna enjoy winter too. Okay, we're almost done. Thanks for hanging in there, guys. The next one is dressing for the weather. Now today it is 42 degrees, I think, outside or something like that. So it's not crazy cold, but still cold enough that I have gloves and I have a hat on. I've got a vest and a sweatshirt on, and I'm pretty comfortable out right now. But you're gonna wanna make sure that when you go out, you are prepared and you are dressed for the weather. So pay attention to the weather. If it's going to be really cold that day, make sure you bring your coat with you, because if you got to do any type of walking, or again, if your car slides into a ditch or something like that, you want to make sure that you have warm clothes so that you can stay warm during the winter time, so obviously you don't freeze. The very last one, I'm going to say this one, it's not even on my list. Go enjoy winter weather here. It's called Michigan Winter Wonderland for a reason. It is absolutely gorgeous in the winter. Obviously, I wish there was snow right now. I wanted to do this video when there's snow on the ground, but there's not, so it is what it is. And I don't know when we're gonna get a bunch of snow. So I wanted to get this video out to you guys as we start the winter time, but get out and enjoy it. Some of the times that we've gotten like a really heavy, fluffy blanket of snow that stuck to the trees, you go drive out in that and your mind is blown. Like, it's unbelievably gorgeous out. And then of course usually by the end of the day when the sun comes out, all the trees melt and that sight is gone. But get out in the morning time, in the middle of the afternoon, and check out how gorgeous some of these snow events can be, and it really is beautiful. Well, there you have it. There's a bunch of things that you need to pay attention to for winter here in Michigan. If there's anything I left out, throw it down in the comment section. If you got any questions, throw that down in the comment section. I really appreciate you watching. And if you're looking to move here in the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, I don't care, and you want all of this information, you want up-to-date news and what's going on here in West Michigan, I do have a newsletter that I send out weekly, and if you want it beyond that, down in the description, you can fill out a form and get on that newsletter. And again, if you're looking to make a move here, do not hesitate to reach out. I do work with a lot of relocation clients, and I would love to help you out. All right, we'll see you on the next video.